Hey everyone, welcome back to the Iron Oak Sawmill. You're joining us here fairly later in the day. We've been going all morning. It's 3:20 p.m. on May 11th. May 11th? Wait a minute, I got a family member who has a birthday today. I'm gonna have to go check. Anyway, this load of logs came home already from about 45 minutes or so away. Red oak, and not the prettiest logs here, but some trailer decking logs maybe. We'll see what we can get out of them. The logs are starting to get a little bit bigger on this load. The reason it's taking us this long is we went out at about 8:30 this morning was, you'll notice, look how new that rim looks and the tires. Ran into a little problem bringing that first load home. We had it flat, so we had to stop alongside the road, pull it into a parking lot at the back of a business, and got off to the side. And luckily the jack in the truck was able to pick the trailer up with a load of logs on it and get the tire swapped off for the spare, which the spare was a little sketchy apparently too. it was low on air. It only had about 20 pounds, so luckily there was a place down the street. We were able to get some air there, get the tires aired up, or get that spare aired up. But the spare went back on the front. We got 2 new tires and wheels because they didn't have just the tires. They just sold the tire and wheel combo together, and that was it. Here's the old one that gave it up. What we're going to do with these rims is I'm going to go in and order a set of tires for them. Man, I let these go too long. I'm looking at these treads. That's pretty bad. I let them go too long. But this trailer is probably 10 years old, and those are the original tires, so not bad. So I'm going to compare the size here with the size on the mill. If it's the same, because my mill does not have a spare, I'm going to utilize one of these as a spare. Although the rims are different colors, who cares? It's a spare. So that's where we are so far today. We've got one more big old red oak butt log to get from down there. Probably about 30-inch diameter on the, well, probably about 24 on the small end. But we're going to put that on this trailer. It's about 12 foot long, and we're going to put the tractor back on the trailer. We're going to bring them all back together. Getting it on the trailer is going to be fun, so we're going to work on that when we get back. So we're going to show you how we get these unloaded, because our tractor is still over where we were picking up the logs. You see what we got here is one of our poplar trees. We got the strap around it. Ignore that chain hanging off there. That's our old wash line. I got to get the wash line back up. I ripped that out last year bringing backfill in here, so we haven't been able to use the wash line. But strap around the tree to protect the bark. Didn't want to chain to the tree and damage the bark. We got the shackle, and we got our nice long chain here. What we're going to do is get our skidding tongs out. They're laying over here. Get the skidding tongs hooked to the back of the log, drive away. Roll the log to the side, back up the trailer, repeat the process. So let's go get started, get this trailer empty. We've got one more log to get today, and we should be able to make it. Getting it on the trailer is going to be an adventure, because like I said, it's a big one. We'll get it, hopefully. If not, I'll chop it down a little shorter. We'll get it on there. It's like it says 12 foot long. If we have to take a little length off of it, we will. All right, got tongs on the chain. Just gonna bring them up there and get them hooked to that big log in the middle. Take that one off first. Okay, let's get started.
All right, here we go. far. Oh crap. Jesus, that one's back further.
Right.
I'm probably blocking. What did you get? There, can I hold that?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
If I move, it's gonna fall out.
Going for a ride. Last one for now. We got a bigger one coming. Next trip.
That's how you unload logs without a machine. So let's go ahead and get the trailer swept off so we don't have debris flying off in the road. And go get one more log in a tractor. We got about a 45-minute drive ahead of us. And shouldn't take too long to get it loaded up. And probably gonna be at an hour drive back because of the weight. We'll take our time and be safe about it. We'll see you back at the job. On our way back over to the job. Just a neat little town we passed through here. Most of the goings on are done here. There was a bunch of vendors set up. We just passed a guy doing chainsaw carving. Could have grabbed a shot of that, but I just saw it at the last second. There's little goings on. They got some
Both sides of the road.
They call it their flea and swap, like a flea market swap thing. It's people bring their wares to the street and go ahead and sell them.
Sorry, I gotta get this one.
What? There's a train car at the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's used to be old train tracks through here. They came up from Philadelphia, up through these smaller towns up this way, up northwest of Philadelphia. But this one here is doing a real nice job of restoring its main street and keeping the buildings original, or at least original in appearance, and draws quite the crowd here most days, on warmer summer days anyway.
Sorry. I like that dress.
There's a big old building full of stuff over there. Maybe we'll have to stop down here one day and walk through when they have this. Looks pretty cool.
No, this is nice. Anybody likes purses?
Little town as we on our way out to the job. Figure we get some footage here.
I think that's it.
That's it. So let's hold up until we get out to the job, and we'll set up out there, and you can watch me abuse my tractor a little bit. Sorry, I'm just looking at an oak tree over here with about a 3-foot burl on it.
Goodness gracious. Turn.
I don't know what the odds of getting that tree are, but probably slim to none. But usually in an area where there's one burl, there's more burls, so I always look around at other trees. Let's see what we can get done here.
You ready for that plywood?
We've pulled heavier on here, so they're always a challenge. You get them so big, then after a while you kind of wonder if you're gonna have issues.
Well, now, are you going to be able to take the?
You should be able to fit the tractor back on with it also.
Okay.
That's
And put the log on this way so you have room for the.
I should. Surprise, surprise. Hey, my bungee. The chops.
Very good. Do we need?
Need what? We need to put the yellow straps over this.
Yeah, I know
For
that.
starters. And we put the straps on the bucket.
My daughter has a deck on that. Her dad and I play.
Just beating the rain, at least being outside. Ugh. We were a little overloaded. The suspension's taking hits with every little bump, but just beat the rain. Run our way back home. Get this thing unloaded. It's pretty well balanced, nose to tail, side to side. It might be a little heavy on the passenger side, but we tried to center the log up or push the log over close to center as we can. Get to deal with these lovely Pennsylvania roads. Deb's going to steady the camera on the dashboard while we head back through that little town again. I'm sure everybody's packed up by now. The rain's come.
Yeah.
But successful day. We got all 3 loads home. We didn't even know how many loads it was going to be. We hadn't gone and looked at the job. We just got word from our tree guy about picking logs up and where it was, and one or two pictures of logs, and we weren't sure how big they were or anything else. So we said yes, sight unseen for the most part, but he said they were good size. So the outside layer, sapwood, cambrium layers is pretty much rotted. Doesn't matter. Nobody wants that layer anyway. They all want the heartwood, the redwood, the red stuff out of the middle of the red oak trees. But yeah, the trees will yield some decent lumber, especially this last one, the last button log. Once we get through the cambrium layer, it's gone. So we'll have some, might do some slabbing on some of the smaller stuff with the branch nubs on it. And then this butt log will be some nice lumber coming out of it. All in all, a good day, minus the flat tire. We could have done without that. So you could say the logs were free, but they weren't. Normally it'd be a lot cheaper, just a little bit of gas and time. No big deal. But now we got gas, time, and $300 worth of tires and wheels. So we'll make it up in the long run though. There's been more logs promised from this same property and from the neighboring properties. More oaks. The place is loaded with big oaks. No real big ones coming down now. There's a driveway project planned where they may have to remove some there that are probably 40-45 inch diameter DBH. So yeah, good possibility. Something that large, I'm either going to use another trailer and truck, obviously, or I'm going to take the mill on site and mill right there. So which may actually draw in more business. People usually see the mill running, they want to know how they can get work done, and they ask for a price on stuff, and we end up going into a neighborhood and doing some more work, which is great. So depending on my 2 tree guys, CS Cal Tree Service, give him a plug. And Wood Guy Tree Service, I'll give him a plug too. 2 great guys who I've worked with for years, and give me a call whenever they get some decent logs in, and they treat me well. So And hey, I work for them on a little bit on the side as well. And well, you watchers with the cleanup there, I meant to mention that the rake I'm using, those things are awesome. I don't know if you've ever seen them before. I'll grab the name off of them and put it down in the comments section. I'll put a link to where you can get those. I usually get them through treestuff.com. Seems to be the best place. You order enough stuff from there, you get free shipping. So, but we're heading home. It's going to be about 45 minutes or so on the way home, and we'll get unloaded. We'll try to get some video of getting this thing off here. It's going to be we'll probably just do the same way we just did the last couple of loads. Tractor's not going to be able to pull this off the trailer, so, but it'll be first in line for the mill since it's closest to the mill where we unloaded. So hope you're enjoying the Pennsylvania roads, bouncing all over the place. And we'll catch you back at the house. Well, we made it home safe. Got quite a few logs to mill up. Hey, we just did a full alignment on the mill, so we needed some logs to see how well it turned out. But this is the last one. Loaded up with the tractor, 12-foot long. I'm going to say 30-inch on the big end, 24 on the small end, roughly. I didn't measure it. All I know is the length is 12 foot because it fits on the trailer. So, well, it's starting to rain. I don't know how much footage we're going to get of this unloading. It's just like we unloaded the small ones. We're going to unload the big one the same way. So, meanwhile, Deb's trying to get the ratchet straps off. So I'm going to give her a hand. I might as well set up the camera and see what we can get of this. On one side. Hold on. All right, let's see how fast we can make this happen before we get poured on.
Can I put this on top?
Yeah. You have the tongs? All right.
Chuck, we're going to make this quick because it's starting to rain.
Okay, where's the tongs?
Okay, close your bed, too. Is that wedge still there?
Steel can hook, made by Log-Rite. They're all made by Log-Rite. Any good one, it's a Log-Rite. Mega hooks in the truck. We're okay with the shorter one now.
Close that up. Or will it be all right?
If it flexes, it could bend. That's got some log sealing to do. Left is not under there. check before we move anything.
Yep, sure is, Chuck. Kitty cat's being nosy.
All right, hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Deb's running around getting cleaned up before we get poured on here. I'm going to do the same in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nice red oak logs, a couple real nice ones in here. Gonna make some good lumber, maybe some slab work, or just some what we call rustic. People come and they want knots, they want defects in the wood. So this will give it to them. This just won't be able to give them bark on these. Won't get any live edge out of these because it's all the sapwood's gone off of them. So, but still a decent amount of logs. Unfortunately, I had some issues with the tire today on the trailer. That's my fault. We let that go too long, or I let it go too long, and should have been on top of that. I was surprised when I pulled that off how worn out the tread was on that. But luckily it wasn't a blowout, just slowly went down. It probably took about a minute once I started hearing noise behind me and realized it was the tire rubbing on the fender well. And we were in a small town, so we were at a nice slow speed, probably about 10, 15 miles an hour going through a small town. So luckily we weren't out at highway speed. Although hauling this kind of stuff, we're never at highway speeds. We're probably 45 maximum, so and that's pushing it. But, got it done safe with the tire, and some good logs to show for it. I'm sure we'll be running some videos on these, especially this one here. That's going to be some nice clear lumber in this red oak, the one I'm sitting on here. And also we'll be checking out the alignment on the mill to make sure we got it right. So I'd say, hey, thanks everybody for joining us out here. I think we just surpassed 4,000 subscribers as of May 10th. Today's May 11th. Last night I went on and saw there was over 4,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Really appreciate all the support. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I know we're enjoying putting them out. And have any questions about anything we're doing here? If you want to see anything in particular, you have any questions about some of the tools we're using, hey, don't be afraid to ask. I'll try to put some information down in the links about it if you're interested in anything. And just like to let everybody know what we're using. We're not supported by anybody. We're not sponsored by anybody. It's just Deb and I doing what we do. So, but we like to share the information we have, what kind of tools we're using, and hopefully make your jobs on your sawmills a little bit easier, or whatever you're doing out there, make them a little bit easier, okay? Thanks again for stopping out, and hey, we'll see you out here next time. It's the mad rush to clean up before the rain. Hurry, Deb, hurry. For that information on the rake, it's called the Groundskeeper 2. So, let's see, who makes this? No down pressure needed. Self cleans. Unique replaceable torsion spring design. You can get them at thegroundskeeper.com. I'll put a link down there in the description. Made in Iowa. Good US made product. And it is warranted against defects. Good stuff.